Well, hello to all you wisdom walkers out there, and those of you who will be wisdom walking, especially after this conjunction. This is Jojopah, Maria, and Saroma coming to you with astrology for self-mastery and my special report on this incredibly historic and powerful conjunction between Jupiter and Uranus in the sign of Taurus. I'm also going to give you some information that happened on the 15th because I know a lot of you have been going through some stuff, you know. I have too. So I want to give you that because I think it'll help, you know, understand in this bigger picture. I'm also going to give you the astrology for today because today is a really, really like huge flow, love energy, like big time. Yeah. So without further ado, let's get started. Let's see what I got here for you. Yeah. So, yeah, see how crazy I was? April the 1st. I meant it should say the 15th. So on Monday, we had the second of three of these conjunctions between Chiron and Mercury. And I wanted to just jump back to February 19th because this is when there was a North Node conjuncting with Chiron in Aries. And this was like the start of a new cycle. And like it says here, a chance to break free from inherited patterns and create a new narrative for yourself and future generations. So there's been a lot of ancestors' wound stuff pushing up, a big call for ancestral healing, especially this year because it's a mineral year. That's part of it. And so I'm sure that many of you have been feeling that pull or things being pushed up. It's like, yeah, a really big time. So I just wanted to remind us that, yeah, that's because that North Node conjunction happened. And then on March 20th, we had the first of the Mercury Chiron conjunctions in Aries. And as it says here, this was an opportunity to dig deeper into the root cause of your pain and reframe our understanding of ourselves and of our experiences. So again, you know, just pushing things up. And Mercury and I think I put this one before the one I wanted. Did I even do the one I wanted? I probably didn't do the one I wanted. Doesn't matter because today we get, I mean, on the 15th, we got this another dose of healing crisis. And so think back to Monday, and I got a lot of reach outs on that day. And that's because Mercury, which is retrograde right now, was conjuncting Aries again. Right. So this is the second of 3 times that this will be happening. And as we know, healing crisis is a chance to heal the heart by the surfacing of old repressed emotions, especially including ancestral wounds. And I can't stress this to you all enough, how important this is. This is not a time to be running from the pain. This is a time to be dealing with the pain. And as it says here in this little meme I found, you know, just reminding us to deal with a healing crisis, see it as a positive sign of progress because it is. Stick with your transformational program, double your alkaline water intake. That's really important. Got to keep your body as alkaline as possible when you're going through a healing crisis. Breathe more consciously and deeply, get more sleep and downtime, really. And of course, most importantly, get the help that you need, even if it's professional help. Don't sit up and suffer in this stuff. It is coming to come up and out. So you may have gotten some stuff in dreams. People have called me and told me about dreams that were really so upsetting, even daydreams, and all of that, again, is designed to help us heal, So, um, just some information from Astro Butterflies. That's astrobutterfly.com/blog about the Mercury retrograde Chiron conjunction in Aries. As she says, this is the second conjunction in a series of 3. The first happened on March 20th. I made a mistake. And on the final one will be on May 7th. That is true. Mercury is about communication and Aries is about our identity. Therefore, Mercury conjunct Chiron will be triggering or activating our identity wound through words, thoughts, and memories. No matter how confident and accomplished we are, we all have a deeply ingrained identity wound because we all suffered at some point from feelings of rejection and abandonment. Whenever someone abandoned or rejected us, it inherently questioned our existence. Do I have a right to be here? Does my existence really matter? Who am I? These are fundamental questions that the Mercury-Chiron conjunction in Aries will bring to the surface. And again, this information, I'm bringing it up because it really has a bearing on the Jupiter-Uranus conjunction tomorrow. Yeah. So let's dive now into today. Like I said, really some big flow energy that has shown up. Yeah. And just a quick shout out from a Facebook user saying, hello all. So for everybody that's tapped in, tuned in, signed up. Yes. So first of all, we are in Taurus season. Yes. May is just around the corner. So happy birthday to all you Taurus people out there. Welcome to the Taurus season, a so very special season, particularly this year. While Jupiter and Uranus and Taurus are now very close to each other, its sun's ingress into Taurus, meaning the sun moving into Taurus, that will give the green light to tap into the archetypal energy of the sign. So meaning this is going to give us more of the energy we need to get through this transit of Jupiter-Uranus and tap into its deeper meaning, which I'm going to be talking about in a minute. Now, Sun and Taurus will make it clearer for us what Jupiter-Uranus conjunction means to us at a personal level. And this, again, is from Astro Butterfly. Also, I found some information that said with Mercury being retrograde, we get an opportunity to get grounded and enjoy the pleasures of life as the sun enters patient Taurus. Over the next 4 weeks, the energy will be productive and sensual, but a little lazy as we try to plot our next move. And I don't think of it so much as we're being lazy. I think it's about we need some chill time. This energy that has been going on since the last eclipse, right? We've had, the eclipse before the solar eclipse. We had a lunar eclipse, then we gone to the solar eclipse. We've been through a lot. We've been through a lot of galactic energy coming into our cells and coming into our auras, our brains, our bodies, everything. And so I don't know about you all, but I'm tired. It's it has been a lot. So we need a season to kind of pull back and not have eclipses going on. And really to continue processing and integrating all of what has been happening. That's really important. So once again, happy birthday, all you Turanian folks out there. Yeah, we got a good season here going on. Now, also today, we have another conjunction, because there's 6 of them this month. This one is Mercury conjuncting Venus in the sign of Aries. And it says, our words take on new heat as it's easy to give passionate speeches, confess our love to someone, and be the life of the party. However, be careful with what you say. Things said in the heat of the moment can come back to haunt you. So just a cautionary measure here to take in regards to that Aryan energy with Mercury and Venus going on. Yeah, good stuff. And it doesn't stop there, folks. We also have another flow aspect of Mars in Pisces sextiling Uranus in Taurus. Yeah, right before the big conjunction. So, Pisces people out there, yeah, we're feeling it. We are feeling it. And it's good. It is good. As it says, this transit increases your desire for fun and excitement. It's a great day for pleasure in all of its forms as we're willing to take a gamble to get what we want. Take risks today. It's all going to work out. Isn't that some wonderful news? Isn't that some good news to hear? So I hope that everybody listening to this, or if you listen to it after today, really remembering what today felt like, what the energetic of today feels like, because it really is very high positive energy that we have today. Absolutely. Now, second part to this is a perfect time to make changes in your life because they will happen quickly and smoothly. This is a good time to break away from relationships where your self expression or freedom are limited. This also applies to jobs or anything holding you back from success and happiness. Trust your instincts and don't be afraid to take a risk. Fortune favors the brave. Wow, 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 wow. Yeah, yeah. And I know someone who today has left their apartment and getting in their car and driving around the world. Yeah. They're taking a hiatus from their business and just really needing to follow the yellow brick road, or as the person said, be on their field of dreams journey. Yeah. Or also Blues Brothers field of dreams journey. Yeah. And so that's the kind of energy that is going on. It's like where you're like, okay, I need to break away. I need to break out of this. I really need to take that step forward. And this so aligns with this conjunction that we are going to be experiencing. Of course, we're already experiencing the energy, and especially those of us who are empaths. Yeah, we've been feeling it all week. So here we go. Saturday, April the 20th, a day that will go down in infamy. Yes, this is this Jupiter-Uranus conjunction in the sign of Taurus. This is rare, folks. It's an aspect that only happens once every 12 to 14 years. So don't miss out on this burst of excitement, adventure, and bold changes that are about to come into your life. Jupiter will amplify Uranian themes like change, innovation, and liberation. We can have huge Jupiter breakthroughs, Uranus, under this influence. There's something magical about this transit. This is so powerful. I'm going to give you some more specific information, and then I'm just going to spill to you some information I've gotten from my spirit guides that I think can be helpful. But, when you get these two outer planets coming together like this, and in the sign of Taurus, because every 14 years they'll switch signs. You'll hear me talk about that in a minute. But the fact that it's in Taurus, and what is Taurus? Taurus represents our possessions, our sense of valuing of self, our sense of security, of home, of comfort. It is about us knowing ourselves, mastering ourselves so that we can put our feet on the ground and move forward in ways that are generative. The sign of Taurus is the bull, right? And, a lot of agricultural societies use the bull to plow the ground open, right? To make a way for what? Yeah, for food, for life sustaining energy. And so Taurus is this fixed sign in the astrology. And so it can be very stubborn, it can be very grounded, and we need that energy right now. So the fact that a grounded, fixed astrological sign is where these two heavenly bodies, these huge bodies, Jupiter is like the ruler, right? That's the ruler of all the planets. It's the one that brought all the planets into the positions that they're in because it's so huge and it has such a huge gravitational force. So you got the king of the planets with one of the next really big planets, which is Uranus. And Uranus is all about, okay, it's time to break things up. We changing up here. We having revolution. It's revolution time. We've got to get to something new. So this energy is really, 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 really powerful. Yeah. So I'm going to give you some of Astro Butterfly's talking about it, writing about it, and I encourage you to go to her website, astrobutterfly.com/blog. Go to the blogs, click on, and you'll find her full report on this. It's really delicious. So Jupiter-Uranus conjunction in Taurus. Jupiter and Uranus meet in a conjunction every 14 years in different signs of the zodiac. The last time we had a Jupiter-Uranus conjunction was 2010 to 2011. Think back to that for a moment, folks. Where were you? What was going on in 2010 to 2011? Yeah, I remember very well. And the last time we had a Jupiter-Uranus conjunction in Taurus was 1941. This means that if you were born after 1941, this is your first and only Jupiter-Uranus conjunction in Taurus in your lifetime. It's only once that Jupiter and Uranus will activate a certain area of your birth chart. This is rare. This is important. The Jupiter-Uranus conjunction is not just another cycle. We are talking about a 14-year cycle. These are major developments that will set the stage for a new chapter in your life. To some of us, something very concrete may happen on the day or within the weeks of the exact transit. That's especially the case if you have planets or angles around 21 degrees Taurus. And for those of you that know how to break down your birth chart and whatnot, you'll understand that. But for most of us, the transit will not be very obvious at first. But you're going to be feeling the energy. You will be definitely feeling the energy because it is on. It is so on. What to expect. And this is from a global perspective because outer planets affect, the entire globe. It's not like Venus, Mars, Mercury, where we get more of our personal, individual, ways in which that energy affects us. But this stuff is really global. So Jupiter has an amplifying effect. What does that mean? It blows things up. It expands things. It maximizes things. Okay. So Jupiter will amplify Uranian themes like change, innovation, and liberation. We can have huge Jupiter breakthroughs, Uranus, under this influence. Jupiter-Uranus historically correlates with groundbreaking developments that have shaped history and have changed our perception of what's possible. Quantum physics, moon landing, the internet, all of that happened, folks, during a Jupiter-Uranus conjunction. Yeah. Think about that. That's pretty powerful. Jupiter conjunct Uranus is a celestial invitation to go to places we've never been before. Jupiter is higher knowledge, and Uranus is meta knowledge of the universe. That means beyond higher, like full on out there. That type of knowledge that transcends the 3D reality. When you have an idea seemingly out of nowhere, that's Uranus at work. You basically get an informational download straight from the higher 5-dimensional consciousness that transcends our 3D senses. I just got to stop here for a minute. Not only is my mouth dry, but this is deep. This is deep. Now, for those of you who listen to my Wisdom Walk talk that I do 2 Sundays a month, You'll always hear me talking about the higher timeline and the lower timeline. The lower timeline is everything that is associated with, related to our 3D reality. So it's all the five senses. The fifth dimensional energy is going up through the fourth dimension and into a state of consciousness where things like telepathy are real. What does that mean? That means I can be thinking about a person that's not physically with me and talking to them and getting responses. Yeah. Some of you know that I divine ancestors. And so that's a fifth dimensional timeline that I enter into when I'm doing that, right? Because they're in a totally other dimension. It's not 3D. So what Astro Butterfly is talking about here, and so many of the other astrologers that I've been researching, is that the combination of these two planets conjuncting, coming together, it is really doing more to push us up into accessing that fifth dimensional consciousness. This is huge. And this goes beyond intuition, folks. Going beyond intuition. It's something more. So if you've been feeling a little like, am I really hearing that? Am I really seeing that? Is this really going on? Is this person really talking to me, but they're not in the room with me? What's going on? You know, or anything like that, where it's not easily to explain with your rational mind. Yeah, that's that fifth dimensional meta knowledge energy that is going on. Now, this piece has been developing here for us on the planet for decades or centuries. There were some people that had easy access to it, and those are the people like we call prophets and avatars, that kind of thing. Some of the saints, But what's happening now is that more people on the planet are accessing this level of consciousness. This is really huge. Absolutely. Let me go on. So what about me? What does this have to do with me personally, Jojopah, this conjunction? Well, you will be able to see your life from a broader perspective. You'll be more able, folks, to do that. You can find a solution to a seemingly unsolvable problem. The pieces of the puzzle come together. If you've been feeling stuck in a rut, you will now be able to see a different opinion, a different scenario, one that may be frightening, but also exciting. Some things in your life may no longer resonate with you or feel off. When Jupiter and Uranus come together, the bubble pops, something breaks free. The type of change that the Jupiter-Uranus conjunction is calling for can be disruptive, but it's ultimately designed to help you grow and evolve into the next version of yourself. Let me repeat that. It can be disruptive, but it's ultimately designed to help you grow and evolve into the next version of yourself. Remember that however unsettling Uranus's goal is to shake us up from the things we've already outgrown, whether or not we're aware we've outgrown them. This is the goal. This is what is happening. This is what's going on. This is huge, and I got to take a minute to spill on it a little more. I have been getting messages for a long time, but of course, right now they're coming in more powerfully about our evolution as human beings, how we are moving away from things that are unloving, that are violent, that are cruel, that are destructive, that are invalidating, that have us stay as batteries to the matrix. Okay. We have been waking up. It has been happening. but something has shifted so that more energy is coming through the portals. There's more intense activity of these portals showing up for us. Um, there's more people who are being taken through into a higher consciousness than ever before on the planet. Yeah, it is really, really happening. So, my big message to you is to really understand that because this has been going on for a very long time, this is not new, but it's at a point now where the universe has run out of patience. Before, it was like it'd give us some time if we're in resistance, if we're trying to squeeze back through the hole, if we like Cypher in, the Matrix talking about, I know this piece of steak ain't real, but I'm comfortable in my battery position. I ain't leaving. So we've been given time for that. Not anymore. Not anymore. If you are not actively choosing to learn who you really are as a human being, not as an animal, not as a plant, not as a speck of dust out in the galaxy far, far away, but as a human being, and why we are really here on this planet, what this is really about, what your higher purpose is. And I'll give you a hint. It's all about love. It all has to do with the energy and the power of love. And for us to really now get that, we have to take on the work of really integrating that, really growing our emotional, social, moral, and spiritual intelligence about who we are as humans. We can no longer be robotic. That's one of the reasons that AI is showing up in the way that it is. It's not to take anything away from us. It's to let us know, like, you're not a robot. You're a human being. Be a human being. And so any of you out there who are in resistance to things that, have shown up for you to either let go of, to either embrace, to say yes to learn from, to learn about, to begin again, to hang on to, because some things, like, for example, I thought I was going to have to let go of my car. I really did, because I couldn't find any mechanic that wanted to work on a 2013 Nissan Juke. And so I just said, okay, universe, I get it. If I'm supposed to let this car go, it's okay. I've been without car before. It's hard because Jojopah got to have her pirate ship, but it's okay. And I just opened up and I just trusted the process. Found a mechanic, found a person that was willing to really take on and find out what was wrong, do the work, and Spirit even gave me enough reciprocity so that I can manage the cost of it. So it's that kind of a thing, where we do have to surrender. We've got to not think we can figure out what this answer is supposed to be, because everything that you are going through right now, no matter how painful it may be, and I know so many of you are in so much pain, and there's right reason for it. I understand that. So I'm not telling you not to be in pain. I'm telling you your pain has a purpose. And there is treasure in the journey that you are on and that you're moving through. And all the universe asks is for you to just open up to receiving the knowledge, the meta knowledge from the fifth dimension as to why these things are happening, rather than making it up on your own. And I'll tell you, because some of you, I know you're like, I'm ready. I got to let go of this job. I got to let go of this home. I got to let go of this relationship. I got to let go. I know you're going through that and you're feeling that. But don't think you can figure out your next step rationally, because as soon as you go rational, you're in the lower timeline, the 3D timeline. And guess what, folks? That's restricted. That's restricted. There are limits there. So you want your answers to come from this Jupiter-Uranus energy, this meta knowledge, where the miracles happen, where the beyond knowing is going on, beyond what we can even understand right now. You know, remember I said the Uranus conjunction, these things showed up, the moon landing, the internet, quantum physics, right? Those didn't come out of a 3D reality. They came out of somebody really saying, okay, what is the possibility? And so that's what this energy is calling for you to do. What is a possibility? Don't stay stuck in what you think and what you know. It's limited. And there's things that are going to be going on, and they're not going away simply because you don't understand it, you don't like it, like AI or like the internet or quantum physics. It's not going away. These things are going to be here, and more things are coming. Our job is to realize that we really have quantum jumped. That's what's happened. We've taken a quantum leap in our human evolution. And so things are supposed to be breaking down and falling apart and not being able to support us anymore. I can't emphasize this stuff enough to you. I mean, I could do this all day, but I'm not going to, because I think you've heard me. And I just want to say, if you're in resistance, if you're feeling trapped, stuck, depressed, all of that, open up and say, okay, obviously there's something I need to let go of. I don't know what it is. I don't know even how to let it go of, but I'm willing to learn. And the universe will respond. Your ancestors want you to win. They want you to go beyond where they've been at. So trust that. Trust the process. You do not have to stay in the pain that you are in. Trust me. I know this. Yeah. So another message from Astro Butterfly. And this one is important. She says, at the Jupiter-Uranus conjunction in Taurus, something will be up-leveled in your life, just like what I was talking about, going up to these higher dimensions. Transits are invitations. However, there's nothing being granted to us just because Jupiter and Uranus meet in the sky. We have to actually tap into the energy of the transit and actually work with it. Jupiter conjunct Uranus will bring opportunities, but you have to seize them and say yes to them. The more conscious we are of the energies at play, the more empowered we become to navigate them effectively. Isn't that just beautiful? And as I said, please go to her website, astrobutterfly.com, to our blog, and you can access that full report. It is so worth it. Well, I don't know what to say except that. This is what's going on, folks. This is the energy we are in. Things are being twirled, swirled, blown out, blown in, pulled in, danced around, twirled around. I mean, we are in the mix. There's somebody checking in from Arizona. Hey. We are in the mix. We are in a time, and it's such a beautiful time, such a powerful time. It is so important for you to believe that things are really shifting for your benefit. Really, you got to believe that. And again, back to the Pisces folks, let me tell you, there is so much energy for us in this new chapter that's opening up, especially baby boomer Pisces like me, because we've been waiting a long time, right? A long time for our ships to come in. Well, they coming in. Yeah. Yeah. And that's financially, in terms of relationships, in terms of how we're sharing our gifts, our talents, and our genius, all of that. It's real. It is. So understand that. And for all of us here on the planet, it really is a time for us to really learn how to embrace, accept, embrace, and become human again. Yeah, it's time. The planet needs it, the galaxy needs it, and most importantly, the children need it. They really need us to wake up, grow up, show up, clean up, and be in the truth of who we are. Yeah, yeah. I don't know what more to say. I just there's my book. As always, plug in my book. But I just, I can't say enough. I can't say enough, except that I'm in it with you. We're on this journey together. It's going to be good. I will come back with the rest of the astrology for April. It's a couple of good things at the end of the month. But we have been through again these two since March, the eclipses and now this conjunction. So we've been fed a lot of transformational metamorphosis energy. Yeah, that's the spirit keeps telling me. It's a metamorphosis we're on. We are not going to look, feel, think, or be the same by the end of the year. So hang in there, do your great work, trust the process, and know that wondrous things are coming. But stay the course. Listen to the guidance that you're being given. Don't be stubborn. Don't try to hold on to what no longer can work for you. There's something coming. You're going to be blown away. You're just not going to believe it. You're not going to believe it. But I want you to begin learning how to believe it so that you can have it. We all deserve this. I'll talk to you again. Bye bye for now.